So I'd like to welcome everyone back to the Fairweather Farmer channel. This is episode 6 of our Elm Creek series. In our last episode, we bought our garden and a new beehive in its spawn locations, so it's good to start being able to get some money in the bank, so let's go ahead and get started. So it is the next day. They're just a small, they're slightly taller than what they were. So they're getting closer and closer to that final growth stage. There's just not really a whole lot going on right now since we don't exactly own a whole lot. So we do have 2 pallets of lettuce. That's good. So about 2 pallets every month is about what it seems like. Now whether that continues all year long, I'm not sure. So we'll go ahead and sleep again. No, it seems kind of wasteful to fly through months sleeping, but I mean, there's not a whole lot that we can do. I don't feel like doing contracts all the time, so. They're really tall, man. Get out of here, bird. Massive. So, I believe they're in the final growth stage right now, or the one right before it. Yeah, it looks to be the final one. So, we may go ahead and probably won't rent the harvester until they're ready. 'Cause I don't want to rent one and then have to pay a daily fee on it in case they're not ready today. So I'll go ahead and just look at the ones that we're considering. It's a pretty nice trailer for on sale. We do need a trailer. It's a little large for what we need, so might pass on it for right now. We would have to do a couple contracts to get it. So I was just considering renting that case again since it was so cheap. I'd also considered this one here. Comes with a 3.5 meter header. What does this one come? Okay. So that one's a 4.5 meter header. So I'm thinking you might just go with the same one we did before, because it was cheaper and you could put a bigger header on it. Because you could put the 28-foot header on it. So, yep, I believe that's what we will do. So, might just go ahead and fast forward time with them being that close. They might be ready by the end of the day. So we'll go ahead and bump time up. And now that it's daytime again, I believe they are in the final growth stage now. I thought they were, but now they are. They just can't make up their minds, can they? So as you can see, they are starting to turn yellow on the bottoms. The pods are starting to change. So I'd actually forgot about this growth stage. They didn't have this in 19, so it's good to see that they've added growth stages to all the crops. Kind of gives it more of a realistic feel. You can see the leaves are starting to curl a little bit from where they're drying out. For those of you that aren't around soybeans much, uh, typically like is in IRL or in real life, they'll turn like a brownish color, and then that's when they consider to be drying down. So the fruit itself will start to dry, pods will dry, and once you get like a cracking, like you put it between your teeth and you crack. If it's mushy at all, you'll know it doesn't taste very good. But if you can get the bean, the pod to like separate by just running it, like rubbing two fingers together, then it's pretty dry. And if you crack the bean that's inside between your teeth, and it, like I said, it actually cracks, then it's probably time to harvest. Um, Typically, bringing beans out of the field, you want them to be like 14, 13%. But on wet years, you can't really do it, so you have to dry them down. I wish that they would add like a moisture system into the game to make it a little more realistic instead of just harvesting and selling or harvesting and storing. There may be a mod that adds crop moisture into the game. I know Seasons in 19 had it to where uh, you had to wait for so long after it rained before you could harvest anything because the crop was too wet. That's about the closest I remember seeing anything. Um, like I said, it would be nice if they would add it. So you see the ground's frosty. Now that it is January and we're looking to harvest our soybeans. At some point, I probably will turn on probably will go ahead and turn on. I might harvest these beans and then turn on the seasonal growth. It does add a little bit of immersiveness for sure. So We're gonna try and get these beans to finish out today. Then we'll go ahead and turn it on. At least that way we can basically not really reset our fields, but we can get them to an empty state. Come on. We only had one more growth stage to go. Our frost has melted off now, so let's see what our temperature is. Let's see, we're even above freezing. One thing I did like with seasons is it showed the ground temperature and the temperature outside up in the HUD. That was interesting. So we're at 4 o'clock and it still hasn't grown. So we may go ahead into February. We'll check out our greenhouse over here, see how it's going. I just now realized that the open air greenhouse has like a little, during the summer we'll have a an actual like greenhouse structure over it. That's interesting. That's quite cool actually. So we've actually ran out of water. So we'll go ahead and so with our frost-free water hydrant over here, we'll get everything. We'll get water filled up here. We'll still keep time on 120 just so that's past time. But if I was to guess, our crops will be ready. They probably are already ready based on what I saw there. So we'll make this circle a couple times while we're waiting on time to pass. Of course, snow is in the forecast yet again. Joy, joy. Nothing like harvesting your soybeans while it's snowing, which is not very realistic at all, because they would technically be taking on moisture, and that doesn't take a whole lot for a soybean. So as the sun starts to come up, probably around 7 or 8, I'll go ahead and slow time back down, and then we'll get a harvester rented. So we'll actually go ahead and slow it down now. So we'll go ahead and get our harvester rented here, and we'll probably time lapse the harvest, and that'll be the end of this episode. So like I did the last time, the only thing I'm going to do is make the bin bigger so I don't have to empty as much and put a longer auger. So like last time, it's 3,000 millisip. And then 2,500 for the header. So it's about 6,000 to lease it. I'll get this hooked up and taken back, and I will see you guys once we get back. So as you can see, I've just got back. I've done one of the headland passes. So we're gonna do a headland pass all the way around the field, and then we'll start going up and down, and we'll get this completed. I'll do the same thing on that field. I'll do one headland pass all the way around, and then we'll get this entire field wiped out. So enjoy the time lapse, and I'll see you on the other side. So we'll get the combine emptied, and we'll get it all loaded onto the train and get sent off to Goldcrest Valley. I mean, I guess you could simulate the Goldcrest Valley thing as them saying that the foreign market is paying more than what the sell points on Elm Creek are. I mean, it might not even be a foreign market, it just could be here. There's a better area that's buying for a higher price, so you can pay the logistical cost, aka the cost to rent the train, and get it shipped there and still make more money than what it could be to Speaking of that, the train's right now. So I'm gonna drive over here to the rent the train spot and see if I can get it to back up. So yes, it is backing it. Sorry, my little Dukes of Hazzard jump out of the tractor. It's fun to get over there before it went too much farther. So we'll get these almost 6,000 liters put in the elevator, and then once the train arrives, we'll get it loaded up. So I believe it's just going past right now. We'll get the train loaded up. Get that first car open. If it's snowing, you know exactly when to put it in the open top car. Sorry about that. My puppy decides he's going to make as much noise as he possibly can as soon as I start recording. So, we're going to get this loaded up with our soybeans. It's 12,000 liters. So, I mean, it's alright. Not the best in the world. Prices are going up. So prices have leveled out and they've actually begun to fall. Not by much, only like one or two. So we'll go ahead and back up and get this sold. We made 33,583 off of that. So with that being said, that'll be the end of this episode. I'm glad to see everyone coming back. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. Both of those will help me. And the dislike button will tell me whether I need to improve or not. Any suggestions or things you think I could improve on, leave in the comments. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you could subscribe and share it to your friends of like-minded people, I would appreciate that as well. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.